Jared, thank you very much for joining me. And I understand that you're the one that actually videotaped this scene, right, of the arrest. Can you tell us? We're watching it right now on the screen. Describe to us how you were there and what you saw.
Okay, well, I was walking down Broadway, right at the corner of 45th Street, and headed down Broadway to 44th, and I saw the car running into on the sidewalk, speeding down, and we all jumped out of the way as soon as it hit those pilasters, those steel pilasters. They're there. Then, as soon as that happened, the man jumped out of the car, and about 6 or 7 of us ran after him across the street. And then the guys that sell the tickets for the tours all joined in and attacked him, and he started yelling. Wasn't saying any words, but he was just yelling.
This is the driver. You're talking about the driver that was yelling now, right?
Correct.
And what was he saying? Anything? Was it audible?
He was just making a weird noise. He was just making a weird noise, yelling. But I couldn't understand what he was saying, but he was just yelling. No physical words. Didn't sound English to me.
Okay. What was he fighting? I mean, was he fighting back? Was he struggling at all?
Yeah. Yes. There were about 7 to 8 guys that couldn't even hold him.
Really?
And then the police jumped in, and that's when we all backed out.
Was he a big guy?
Oh, he was big. He was a big bone boy.
26 years old. How else did he look? I mean, was he also, you know, walking, wobbling? I mean, what else could you see?
He jumped out of the car.
Yeah.
He jumped out of the car the minute that car hit the pilaster on top, and just took off. And about 6 of us ran from that corner where the car was, and chased him. One guy grabbed him by the shirt, so the T-shirt started ripping. And then, I mean, it took about 5 or 6 guys put him down.
Jared, as far as the car goes, right, you were able to see the vehicle?
Yes, I was. I mean, it came towards me.
Yeah. Right
before it hit those metal pilasters, and we, like I said, we saw that car speeding. We heard yelling, and everybody just moved to the side. And if it wasn't for those pilasters that he hit, this thing would have kept going.
So you were worried for your own life there, Jared?
Oh, I jumped. Oh, I was shaking.
I'm sure you were. Did you have an opportunity to see the registration on the vehicle? Was it a New York plate or New Jersey or from our area?
I didn't notice.
You didn't
notice the plate.
Did you talk to any of the other people around there? People, you know, who were either injured or people who witnessed what was going on? Did you hear any comments from them?
No, I mean, when this happened, when I was there was no policemen or anything. So everybody just really, the people that were standing next to us that we ran out of the way, we just went right to the guy to chase him because he started running and yelling. So we didn't have a chance to communicate amongst each other because too much was happening.
Yeah. Well, you were able to video quite a bit, though. I mean, we have seen this video on the air a couple of times. You were able to stay there for a long enough time to catch many of these images.
Yes. Yes. I mean, there was no cops around at the moment yet.
Right.
And once the police showed up, and then, you know, everybody started showing up, emergencies and ambulance and everything.
How long were you able to stay there after you witnessed all of this?
I was there from the beginning to about a good 40 minutes. I walked all the way through from 45th all the way to 42nd Street, and then they just made everybody leave from there on.
Okay, you know, for people who are joining us right now, Jared Sabater, is that how you pronounce your last name?
Yes, Sabater.
Okay.